Alright, hi everybody! My name's Julie if this is your first time on our YouTube channel. My husband's name is Brandon and my child, who is 15 months old, is named Griffin, and I am pregnant with baby number 2, which she does not have a name, and yes, she is a she. And she is due August 9th. So today's video is about something that I do every season, and I think everyone should do, is I made a spring bucket list. Now, everything on this list is probably very simple, or you're just like, well, I would do that anyway. Why do I need to put it on a list? For me, the lists help just because Brandon and I are both full-time workers. We are very busy lives all the time with our baby and just us being people. So I wrote the list just to kind of keep it in mind and to always refer back to it if I have a day off or if there's free time, so I make sure that I'm kind of living every moment to the fullest that I can and keeping Griffin engaged and happy. So the first thing that I did is I kind of broke it down to what I want to do with everybody, and then stuff I can just do with Griffin, and then just stuff I can do by myself. So the first thing on the list is decorate the patio. I said I was going to do that last year, but the thing about me is my tastes always change. It's why I like my house is white, because my taste in decor and stuff is constantly changing. So that's back on there. The next thing is to buy some flowers. This is a very simple thing, but I'm gonna insert a picture of what I mean when I say buy some flowers. I want a big bouquet that, like, literally I'll probably have to go to a florist or really hunt for these flowers to make something that looks as beautiful as that did. And it'll probably be like this whole experience trying to make this bouquet of flowers, which might seem simple, but it's a day of making me happy and focusing on something beautiful. So the next thing is another very simple: play with chalk. Griffin got chalk for Easter and he absolutely loves it. We play with it almost every day, like that we can. If it's not raining and we're outside, we're playing with chalk. He loves to color and write, and I've kind of noticed he likes the more artistic activities rather than like sitting and reading, because he'll do that too, but he's not meant to sit still for very long. So something like that, it makes it a lot easier. And the next thing is go to a farmer's market. Now we have local farmers markets that I go to, but I want to go to like a really big one that has like food trucks and all those different things. Like, it's like really big. The next thing is I want to go on a nature walk. It's my goal to be outside as much as possible. So that's something I want to do outside, is go on a nature walk, go for like a little hike or something that's safe for a toddler and a pregnant lady. So the next item is have a picnic, whether that can be in my backyard or in a park or something like that. Just eating a meal outside, I think, is so much fun. And the next one is actually go to the park. Now, a lot of these are just different things that I can do outside. So instead of having to think of it up that day or anything like that, when I'm planning out my week, I can kind of schedule or put in enough time to plan that, rather than just doing spur of the moment, and I probably only have like 15 or 20 minutes to actually go and do that. And I can plan around his like naps and stuff. And a lot of these things that you can do together, like you can knock them off in like a day because they're super simple. The next thing is start a mini garden. I've always wanted to have a garden, but I know nothing about it. So I'm still in like the researching phase of it and like learning about it. One of my big goals is to have a berry bush. I want to have a blackberry bush or blueberry, because those are the two berries that we eat the most of. And eventually maybe I'll have like a big food garden. My dad had one whenever I was in high school, and it was super cool, and it was something that he did just for himself, and it was kind of like a form of therapy almost, to be able to go out and just kind of garden. So I want to try to do it. Which also, my light's not working, and I recorded this before, and that one is just, so if it turns back on, it'll turn back on. What was I saying? So the next thing is fly a kite. Like, I think this is so much fun, especially for little kids. Griffin flew a kite with my dad on Easter, and he had so much fun, and I think that a lot of kids would, and it's a very like not expensive activity, and in the spring it's super windy, so kind of perfect for it. The next thing is make smoothies, which I used to do every day, and then in the winter, like in the cold, I just wasn't feeling it. I was not feeling smoothies. I'm feeling it again, and it's a really good activity for Griffin, because there it goes, turn back on. Griffin likes to pour things into something else, so it's like another activity we can do together. The next thing is make a sensory bin. So I make these often. I posted one using like leftover Easter materials, I think on Facebook. And since we are in a flood zone, whenever it rains, like our backyard, we can't go back into it for like a few days. So I have to kind of be creative in what to do while we're stuck inside. And sensory bins are the best thing for Griffin, because he loves to dig and to explore and to learn how things work. So I kind of use those to do so. The next thing is paint a pot. So we're actually doing that today. We're gonna go paint some pots, and I just think it'd be a cool gift, and we're gonna give some to some people. And I think that would be a great Mother's Day gift. If you're wondering what to get the mothers in your life, is to paint a pot and like put a plant in it. Like, because that's something she can use every year, and it's a keepsake, and I think it's very cute and simple and very not expensive. I got my supplies at Michael's, but you can get it at Walmart or Dollar Tree or anything like that. So, very excited for that. The next thing is go to the zoo. We went to the zoo, but I actually want to go to the zoo, like see the animals and stuff, because the light show was really cool, but I want to go see some animals, so that's definitely on there. The next thing is make berry pie. I am not a baker at all. I am more of a chef. I like food. I also like sweets, but I cannot make sweets. That's my mom's forte. I can't make sweets. I burn them, but I am convinced and like determined to learn how to make my own pie crust. It'll be a long adventure, but I'm determined, and I have help, so I will learn how, maybe. The next thing and the last thing that's on here is make Play-Doh. I love creating activities for Griffin, and I think Play-Doh, because he's getting more into textures, because it used to be that he didn't like anything on his hands, and he was very like texture sensitive, but now that he's getting older, he loves to play with mud and rocks and just all of the things. And that's like what he really likes in his sensory bins, are the different textures that are in them. So I think he would really like to play with Play-Doh, and making my own is just something for me that I like to do, or you can buy it. Either way, very cheap, inexpensive activity that you can do. So that's my spring bucket list, and I've actually like taken the time this spring to make sure I'm actually doing things on this list, and because I get very caught up and very into like going to work and having a schedule, and it kind of helps me break the schedule without being like sporadic about it, I guess. Like, it just kind of keeps in mind like different things I really want to do, and I want to do with Griffin, and I want to do with Brandon, and I want to do with my family. So it kind of pulls me back because I look at it every day whenever I'm planning out my day or planning out my week. So I suggest everyone else making a spring bucket list, or just making a mental note or something in your phone where you're like, hey, I think going to this would be really cool, or doing that would be really cool. I know a lot of people have more of these in the summer, and like summer, fall, and winter, not so much the spring. Because something else that you could put on there is spring cleaning, but I am nesting like crazy, so I don't need to put that on there. We just went through all of the hard parts of the house to clean that like Brandon could help me do because I couldn't do them on my own. I'm constantly cleaning, but that is definitely something that you can put on your spring bucket list, is a spring cleaning list. So that's all I have for you today. As you can see, we're probably posting on Mondays regularly. Next Monday, we'll have my OB appointment update, and I'm gonna throw some other things in that video too, so keep looking forward to that because I am 22 weeks now, and that appointment will be for 24. We are getting into the 3rd trimester, and I am freaking out because I have so much stuff to do, but that you'll see that checklist in the summer because I'll be getting ready for a baby. So look out for that too. If you guys want to see anything specific, please comment down below. Please like, comment, it really helps our channel. Plus, we also just love hearing your all's feedback. We are still undecided about a baby name, because now we're going back and forth. We're still going, but your input is 100% taken in whenever we're deciding what this baby's name is. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time. Bye.